plaintiff, Dorico Tyree, says the defendant is his cousin, and they never had any issues until they got into a fight at a concert and stopped speaking for a while. Dorico claims he gave the defendant some hair to sell, and he agreed to pay Dorico for the hair once he sold it. But he failed to pay him, so Dorico's suing. Defendant Gerald Helms insists Dorico is the one who instigated the fight at the concert and disrespected Gerald in front of his friend. Gerald insists he never agreed to pay Dorico for the hair, so he denies owing.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
All right, give me some background here.
Well, me and Gerald, we're first cousins. Our moms are sisters, and we grew up like brother cousins, more or less, And we never had no issues or anything, coming up, and But I started noticing, he had a smart mouth and anger problem. The first time I seen him last shot was we went to a concert, and I got comp tickets because I knew the artist.
How long ago?
This was in 2013.
Who was the artist?
TGT, and I know Genuine, like he's a good friend of mine, so he gave me comp tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And we were, sitting in the row. Usher came and he
You
told
and
us.
Genuine kind of resemble. Anybody
You
ever told
think so?
you guys that? People tell you that before?
People tell me that they
yeah.
said it.
Coming here,
the whole
old
time I
pretty
was growing
boy.
up.
I'm jealous of all y'all. Pretty boys coming here, hair laid to the bone. Those your eyes? Those your eyes?
I bought them.
Yeah, I saw Genuine one day. We were at one of the award things, and I said, "Oh, pretty boy." All these women looking at him and snubbing me. Go ahead.
Exactly, y'all. So I just basically told him at that time we were in the wrong seats and he needed to move over. But in the interim, him and my friend that went to the concert with us as well, I guess they had snuck out and they went and got a little bit of something to drink. So I guess he was feeling his liquor and he tried to start a fight with me there. And everything was cool. We passed that over, but we had another incident with the same girl, where he basically cursed her out. They got into a little situation there. We smoothed that over. We didn't talk right away. So what happened was...
what do you mean, same girl? The same girl?
Same girl that went to the concert with us, the same girl that took him out to drink, got him drunk and all of that stuff like that. So what happened was, we got back together and said, we're going to be family. We're going to just let bygones be bygones. And, this is like my drinking partner, my hangout partner, everything. So he comes to me, and the reason why I'm here today is because he knows that I'm in the health and beauty industry and that I sell hair. I'm a retailer of hair.
Okay, let me allow him to give some background,
Okay.
then we'll get back to that. What do you want me to know?
Yes, sir.
Background.
Like the plaintiff said, we're cousins. Okay, we went to the concert, like you said, back in 2013, but how the situation happened is not how he thinks it happened.
Tell me what happened.
Me and the friend was drunk. I wasn't drunk. The friend was drunk. She wanted help going to the bathroom, so I assisted her to the bathroom. That went from...
Oh, please.
But that went from...
Go ahead.
Can I go to the bathroom to, let's go outside and smoke a cigarette, to let's smoke a cigarette, to let's go to the car to have another drink. We went to the car, had another drink, we came back in, sat down. He got all up in my face, started yelling and cursing at me. We ended up exchanging
About what?
Basically because he said that since we were on comp tickets that we had to be seated for the roll count.
Right.
Well, I thought he was trying to punk me in the situation because he was yelling at me and coming down on me.
Right.
And the only reason why he didn't know, but
Punk you mean disrespect you
yeah,
in
disrespect
front
me,
of the
basically.
lady.
Yes. So me and him we go back and forth arguing with each other. The friend, she decides she wants to jump in. Now she's a Becky. And
I might have something on me. Write that down. I need to know all slang. So when my kids say it, I know what they're talking about. When I'm in the community, I know what they're talking about. I know I'm, you fleet with that outfit. Y'all don't know what that means. That means you're sharp or whatever. Or you happening, you rock. That's all right. That's a good one.
I didn't like this.
White girl, what? You say she was a Becky?
She was a Becky. And
go ahead.
I felt kind of disrespected. Okay, by that being his friend or whatever the case may be, I didn't argue back.
Why you feel more disrespected around a white woman than anything else? I don't like what you're saying now. What?
You would have to know her to understand where I'm
have to
coming
know
from with it.
a Becky.
Well,
I know a
that's
lot
what
of
I call her.
Becky.
She's a Becky.
That
She's a
particular.
Becky.
All
Trust
right,
me, she's
go
a
ahead.
Becky. Well, you know, we ended up exchanging words. So at that point, we went to go hang out, you know, I went to go hang out with him a couple times after that, and I noticed that he was kind of acting different towards me. And I believe it was because of the friend and altercation that we had. So he kind of went his way, I kind of went my way.
Before I say that, I live there. So, of course, things are going to be a little bit different when she seen him show his behind. She didn't like him or care for him, but you got to realize I stay there. And he's used to me having my own space and coming to do what he wanted to do.
Well, she stated because I couldn't handle my liquor that night that she no longer wanted me around her.
All right, y'all leave.
And to me,
I don't want to hear no more about Becky with the good hair.
You know what that Becky bit.
Beyonce singing about. See that? I'm going to leave that alone. Go ahead.
Okay, well, basically with the hair, I, went ahead and I placed the order, and I got the hair. And he told me that, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and help you with the shipping just to show good faith, which I think was clever and crafty because who wouldn't give somebody $200 to help them with shipping when they about to make about $3,000, I didn't think of it then. So I was like, okay, he gave me the $200. I was like, all right, well, that's going to help with the shipping. I told him what the order total was and what I was going to give him. So I started noticing just strange stuff. Okay, we live in a very small town.
Where?
In Vero Beach, Florida. And, the girls knew to walk around and got like that much hair. All of a sudden, they walk around looking like mermaids and princesses and all of this stuff. Like, remember the doll baby used to pull the string from under her arm and the hair grow? I'm just like, I know they ain't got that out of there, so what the heck is going on here? So I called him, and I'm just like, have you been selling the hair? And he's like, yeah, because at this point in time, we were still in communication. He's like, yeah, I've been selling the hair. I said, well, listen, I got somebody who wants some hair at a salon. Give me a couple pieces of short. He said, okay. So I went to his house, and he sent my little cousin out, who's about 10 years old, with some raggedy piece of bag of track hair or something, swinging it around like this. And I was like, go tell your uncle I said, come here. So he came back out, and he was like, my uncle said, what do you want? And I'm like, tell him I need to talk to him. I sat in that parking lot for about 15, 20 minutes. He never came out.
We went to go hang out, I went to go hang out with him a couple times after that, and I noticed that he was kind of acting different towards me. And I believe it was because of the friend and altercation that we had. So he kind of went his way, I kind of went my way.
Plaintiff Dorico Tyree says the defendant is his cousin, and they were really close until they got into an argument at a concert and stopped speaking for a while.
So what did he say? What did he say in response to all your outreach to him?
So he wouldn't show up to my grandma's house. We go over there every Sunday. He wouldn't come to grandma's house no more.
Oh, yeah, he owed you money. He knew he owed you. You ducking family.
I didn't owe him
Tell me about it, sir. Tell me about it.
I don't feel like I owe him anything because
First of all, was there an agreement that you would get the hair and repay?
No, there was no agreement that I would repay.
Yeah.
But he did help me out with the hair, but there was no agreement on
$3,200? Why would
Well, I
he
mean,
give you that?
he gets it for nothing.
He would have $3,200 in his pocket. Why would he give you $3,200?
But that's the case that he would have been able to get rid of the $3,200 worth of hair.
Your Honor.
Okay, so because you were able to sell it and you didn't think he could, you are entitled to all the money? You don't think you should have split some with him, even if that's your belief?
Your Honor, I feel like it was a peace offering that he made towards me.
Oh, please.
Because he cussed you out in front of Becky with the good hair.
Yes.
The reason I say Becky with the good hair, not because a certain race has better hair, but because that's not true. Well, I say that because that's the song. And Beyonce, that's where they're getting this from. I see now that that's a hot new term because Beyonce says it in her song when she's singing about a cheating man. And so just because he went off on you in front of the young lady, you think that he wants to give you $3,000 worth of product.
I'd rather got in a fist fight have been the main show that night than give somebody $3,000. Please.
Sir?
We never discussed any repayment.
You know what? I can't with you today.
All right, and we don't have any evidence of anything?
First of all, Your Honor, here's a receipt here from when I actually bought the hair in March. And then if you see these text messages when he started blocking me on Facebook, Instagram, all this stuff, I had texted him one day because we were at his sister's house. I mean, my grandma's house.
He was sending threats to me.
I don't want to know about your dope dealing. I wanted to know about the hair. So you ordered a kilo.
Oh, yeah, a kilogram of hair is like 10 to 12.
Well, a kilo of hair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it sounds like
why they put it in that term?
That's the new dope dealing right there, because hair.
I'm from the street. All I know about kilo is cocaine and heroin.
So this is basically the new dope dealing, truthfully.
It really
The
is.
hair,
It really
yeah, they
is.
make plenty of money.
Oh,
in those.
yes,
I'm
indeed. You
glad
can make
folks are turning to that. And wow, that's a lot of money. And sir, I'm looking at something. You keep harassing me. He has it highlighted, saying you keep harassing me about something you know I don't have. You didn't say don't owe. You said don't have. You didn't have it?
No, I don't have it. I got rid of the house.
So why didn't you just say, why you calling me about this? I don't owe you no money.
Because when he started texting me, like I said, like I didn't have anything to give him.
The typical and reasonable response is, I don't owe you. Why are you texting me about this? Not, I don't have it right now.
Well, sir, like
quit
I said,
texting me 'cause I don't
feel
have
like, I don't feel like I owe him anything.
Well, that indicating on here, you implied, and in my opinion, I'm interpreting it as you owed him. And so I'm going to grant his judgment, $3,200. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I'm not the one that did stop. It was him. So I mean, that's him to answer.
All I can do is extend the olive branch, and if he accepts, he accepts. If he doesn't, then there's nothing I can do. We family, so either way, I still love him.